MUFC, the club for you and me. Do you feel me, people? Do you feel the euphoria? The game against Newcastle was a little bit of a emotional feeling that you woke up on the Sunday thinking, oh my God, how is this going to turn out? We have so many injuries. How is Erik ten Hag going to manage this? How is he going to manage this squad? Are we going to get 3 points? Barring that we saw the sheer meltdown from that's like Spursy being Spursy, dropping points against Bournemouth with 3-2. And then Chelsea dropping points, Arsenal dropping points as well today. The league is shaping up big time. Newcastle also dropping points. And this is all in hands now with Erik ten Hag and the Red Devils going to Nottingham Forest to play, let me say, without Varane, without Martinez. Coming out there to the warm-up, the team sheet is released, and one thing you learn there is, where is Malacia? Why is Dalot playing on the left wing? It struck me that, it's like a house of cards. As I was praying to the footballing gods, I did a sacrifice to say, please, give us the strength, give us the clean sheet. If it's going to be Dalot playing, let it be something special. Point number 2, what we learned, Erik ten Hag was playing Dalot as a hybrid. As a left wing, but playing as a hybrid, cutting inside, providing that extra support in the midfield. So that midfield was sublime. It formalized a triangle. We also learned, number 3, injuries galore again. Sabitzer injured. Sabitzer got injured in the warm-up. How much bad luck can we take in terms of injury? We're missing Rashford, we're missing Varane, we're missing Martinez, and now on top of that, Malacia was not on the list, and oh my God, and then Sabitzer was not on either. But that came number 3, enter the fray of Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen played sublimely, right? This was kind of according to my opinion, give him the minutes under his belt, because this was kind of a, how do I call it? A preview for Thursday as we're going to Sevilla. Eat another paella and drink another cerveza. Christian Eriksen needed the minutes under his belt. And boy, what we learned there is something that we missed for a very, very long time, people, is that tiki-taka triangle, right? We haven't seen that since when? We haven't seen that since January, December, right? So what I'm talking about, the midfield triangle, is I'm always talking about the Bermuda Triangle, Manchester United, which is consisting of Varane, Martinez, and Casemiro. But looking forward up top more, we're talking about that midfield triangle, the tiki-taka, that is actually having Bruno, Eriksen, combining with Antony Martial. That is the link-up tiki-taka, and then play it out wide to likes of Anthony dos Santos and Sancho. Guys, this is so many things to take away from yesterday's performance, but what really matters was the crucial 3 points that we had to sort of take away to solidify that top 3 now. I mean, is it safe to say that we are kind of secure top 4? Maybe, maybe not. But if we look at the sheer madness what's going on in the Premier League at the moment, right? We are comfortably sitting right now on 3rd spot, right? 59 points. We played equally games at Newcastle, so Newcastle sitting on 56. So we're 3 points clear of Newcastle, right? What's interesting, if you look below, if you open that hood underneath Tottenham, we can clearly see that Aston Villa is catching up on 50 points. Brighton as well. Liverpool is on 8. I don't see Liverpool being a threat, but Spurs being Spursy on 53 points. And we have one game in hand against Tottenham. I don't see this happening. I see this. If we continue this run of form, we got 8 games left in the Premier League to play. Top 3 is ours, or top 4 is ours. And that is something that we have to take in consideration when we look at the remaining fixtures of the season, because we have to go to Sevilla on Thursday. And this was kind of a testament to see from Erik Ten Hag. Number four, what we learned is you play with what you got. Fringe players had to step up and show them why you're playing for the badge, why you're playing for Manchester United. And I must say that Victor Lindelof was solid in the back as a replacement for Varane. Maguire was a little bit of a, yeah, we all know what Maguire is going to get. But we know that Forest was actually targeting Maguire. And within the first 5 minutes, when Maguire got a yellow card, that was a little bit of scary, but he kind of calmed himself down, and it was a flawless performance from the back four, right? I remember Saka played superbly well, linking up with, Anthony dos Santos as well. Then on the, left side wing, how was Diogo Dalot performing? Absolutely smashing. He played that hybrid role of a left back, cutting in as midfielder as well, allowing to go forward. And this was kind of the well, we're going to talk about the 2-0 goal of Diego Dalot. He hasn't scored for a very, very long time. So kudos. Now, we talking about Erik Ten Hag has to dig deep. Barring that we have a lot of injuries, he got this spot on. So number 5 for me is what we learned is Erik Ten Hag can work with existing squad and get a tune out of them. He knows how to play them on the best positions, right? So when I'm saying best positions, I'm talking about allowing Bruno Fernandes to play in his best position as number 10. That Bruno Fernandes I have not seen the whole season. Not so petulant, but putting a 10 out of 10 performance, allowing him to be Bruno. When you have actually the likes of Casemiro and Ericsson to boss that midfield, allowing also Bruno to roam free, that allows a lot of runners to run into the space, right? We didn't see a lot of dink balls going over like what we usually do, but what we saw is something that we've been missing for a very long time, is that tiki-taka interactive football in between and finding these spaces. Now, the first goal for me was a team performance goal. This is kind of example what I want to talk about. This is the triangle, what we've been missing. And this is something that, you know, Martial can bring to the team. And this is something that Erik Ten Hag's been talking about highly about. We've been missing that link-up play from Martial, like playing with his back against the goal, but providing that, 1-2 touches football, like, between Bruno, between Ericsson. This is our footballers. They are prime footballers, technically gifted. But at the end of the day, we got to talk also about a person that's been getting a lot of stick, and that's Antony dos Santos. Of course, he came with a lot of expectations, 100 million price tag on it. This is his first season. Rivals are so adamant to call him a flop. Yeah, he hasn't scored. This was his first time since he scored since late October. But what a goal. What a tap in, right? What a first goal tap in. And that was with the link up play with Anthony Martial and Bruno Fernandes and Ericsson. Everyone was involved. That was the play of the game. But I can arguably say that play of the game was when the 2-0 goal, when Anthony dos Santos took the ball, cut into the middle like a prime number 10, waited to cut the pass, and he found that cut through pass perfectly to Diego Dalot's feet, who then buried it behind Taylor Navas. That was Red Rover game over. You know what I mean? But in general, you can really change the title of yesterday's battle, against Newcastle, because it was really, when you look at it, Bruno Fernandes versus Navas. That was a battle. Like, Bruno Fernandes was adamant, I'm going to score on you, mate. I'm going to put one behind your net. And Navas says, no, 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 no. You're not. I'm 37, but you're not going to pass me. It came to the point, if you remember, that shot from Bruno Fernandes from the left-hand corner, right outside the box, going in almost to the right hand corner. It was a pearler of a strike. And what did Navas do? On age 37, the guy stretches us. He's not so tall, but he stretches out and he just basically gets some fingertips on it and pushes the ball over the crossbar. That was the defining moment that to say to Bruno, you're not going to score on me. But anyway, for me, Bruno Fernandes was the captain. He was the captain. He was like a Roy Keane with a tan, speaking Portuguese and perfectly English. But Bruno stepped up when our chips were down. When we had all those injuries, this is the most significant thing that I want to bring out. What we learned is you can always rely on Bruno. Bruno has not missed one single minute. He played all the matches for Manchester United. He played all the internationals, never been injured. So we're surely going to miss Bruno on the return game in Sevilla. And this is the point that I want to make. When push comes to shove, Captain Bruno steps up and shows us the way. For me, that was the man of the match performance. It was a 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong, and I don't understand what people have against Bruno Fernandes. Drop this agenda, because we will surely miss Bruno when we go to Seville and play them on Thursday. Should we be worried? I don't think so. I was just watching La Liga now, and apparently they were up 1-0 right now, but they're not playing well, right? If you look at it, the goals that they scored against us was freak accident goals. They didn't look much of a threat. And what people are saying that, you know what, Sevilla, it's their competition. Yeah, they might won it 3 times, but it's not their competition. Sevilla is not the team that it used to be, right? And barring that, we can put out our B-Tech team or with a lot of injuries. We saw that was a testament against Nottingham Forest that we can go down and get a result. All we need is one goal. All we need is one goal. Let that sink in. In general, the sixth thing what we learn is that Eric Ten Hag is a mastermind in terms of getting a tune out his players, understand and do proper in-game management. He was heavily criticized about that. But today, or yesterday, against Nottingham Forest, it was a 10 out of 10. It's Mick Ruby, Mufc Realist TV. Guys, like and subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification buttons. And you know what? It is time. It is hard because algorithms is not a friend. So if you can tell others people, hit that notification button so that you will never miss a video and what we are doing. But guys, it's been a sheer pleasure watching us getting back to top 3. I am so excited to see how we seize up for the rest of the season. I don't care if we play on 1 leg, 3 legs, or crawl. We got to see this through. Is it possible to win a treble? Yes, it is. We are Manchester United with a never say die attitude. Now, if people are going to say City's going to win the treble, no, they're not. Because if we get to the FA Cup final, we will make sure that we stop City. Cheers. Bye for now. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.